Hey, welcome to a interactive toy project. Today I am going to show you the two pieces of software that we'll use to create both the brains, the logic, and the audio, and get those working. So there are two tools that I'll take you through. The first is called Pickaxe. There'll be a link to Pickaxe alongside the next tool that we'll be using. And this is what the landing page looks like. The second is something called 11 Labs. So once we have our logic set up with all the activities in Pickaxe, we connect it to 11 Labs. And this is what the platform looks like. You'll have to set up an account for both. I've just done that just before this video, but it's really quick to sign up. And I'll show you exactly the steps that you need to take on both from a fresh account, which should simplify the process. And any prompts or instructions that I use, I'll make sure they're posted on the website. So Pickaxe is the brains behind the interactive toy. And it's a really powerful tool that I've used on a couple of other projects. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So the landing page may look something like this once you're signed in. And what you need to do is go to your dashboard. So this is what it will look like if you don't have anything set up. We have to set up two things. We have to set up first a pickaxe and then a studio. And I'll explain how those work in relation to our toy as we go through. It will become a bit clearer as we progress through the project. But the first thing we're going to do is create a tool. You can think of a tool as an activity for our toy. So we're going to have several activities. Each one will be a different topic. So for the purpose of this, we're going to set up a maths activity for our toy. So we're going to create a new chat. So don't worry about the automatic AI builder. Don't worry about the form. These are for different types of functionality. For what we're creating, we're going to click chat. And this is the interface that shows you how to kind of configure everything. On the right, there's a preview. So the right-hand side is all the preview, and the left is where we configure the settings for our activity. So what I'm going to do is switch this first of all to 4 turbo. I don't think it will let us go to this one, which is this is a difference in all the models. So let's try on 4 turbo. For my other project, I've used this one, GPT-4o, which is the most powerful model they have at the moment. It just allows the voice connection to be a bit more stable. But in this account, I haven't got the gold set up. So let's try with turbo for now and see if that works. So I'm just going to get a pre-prepared prompt. So here is where we instruct the AI how to act. So I'm going to paste this in now. And you can see here. So you are a friendly dragon called Sasha. So this is the toy that I'll be using as a demonstration. You are a child's companion to inspire them, teach them things, and provide fun exercises to help them develop. Your tone of voice has a gentle, playful warmth that makes children feel safe, loved, and understood. You bring a touch of magic to everyday moments using kind and simple language with just the right balance of whimsy and encouragement to spark joy and curiosity. So you can change anything within that. But I found that this is a good starting point. And then we move on to the rules. So we're telling it how to generate these exercises or activities. So firstly, always start the exercise with a greeting addressing your companion, James. You can change this to the name of your child. We have a few other rules that have been set up. Always maintain a gentle and warm, soothing tone. Provide exercises that encourage a simple maths exercise. So you can change that, and we will be creating another couple of activities or modules after this, but this is our maths one. In 50 to 100 words, again, you can modify this. Provide exercises to 4 to 6 year old children. Use language that is easy to understand and follow. Never use emojis or special formatting / characters. This is because the voice component will try and read those out. So if you don't want it to say star emoji, and then go off into something, this is a good rule to have. And then we just have a simple exercise structure. Begin with a brief introduction of the exercise, provide clear and concise instructions, conclude with a motivational or soothing statement. So I will post this, and you can feel free to modify as much or as little as you want. So what we'll do is we'll just type Sasha Maths. And what we'll do is we'll add an introduction, and we're just going to type oh no, sorry, I've done that incorrectly. I'm looking to generate an icebreaker, not an introduction. So I'm going to delete these two. So I've clicked generate icebreakers, and it has generated here on the bottom 3 buttons which start an exercise. I don't want 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the last 2. It's done that using AI, and I'm just going to change the word to let's start an exercise. Now, what this does is it provides an initial prompt. So we can think of it as like a button. So this will start our exercise. And for now, what I'll do is we'll just click that, and it will run this so we can see how it works. You can see here it's generated the output. Hello, James. Today we're going to play a little counting game with some of your favorite toys. It's like a treasure hunt. Numbers. First, gather up to 5 small toys that you love. Now place them all in a line on the floor. Stand at the beginning and count each toy. So count each one. So, I mean, that seems okay. That seems okay as a test output. It seems to be doing the job. Now what we're going to do is have this connected to voice via 11 Labs. So we've got our first activity and our first module firing correctly. It generates a maths lesson. What we're going to do now is head over to 11 Labs. Once you're signed in, this is probably a screen similar to what you'll see. You need to go down here to My Account. So ignore everything on the left for now. Just head to My Account and go to API keys. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and create key. You can leave the name as is, and you want to create it. You then want to copy this without closing it. It's very important that you do that. And you then close it. So you need to write that down somewhere. So I'm just going to head over and paste my key in. And that is all we need from that side for now. It's also quite important you don't share these API keys. I'm going to delete mine straight after this exercise. Otherwise, people will be able to use your credits. You can see down here that the free account gives you 10,000 credits, which I think is 10 minutes of audio. So don't share your API keys. The second thing we need is a voice ID. So if you go up here to the left and click voices, you can see there's a whole load of different voices to try.
As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
So there's loads of voices here.
I'd rather regret the things that I've done than the things that I've not done.
You can obviously choose one that you feel fits with your toy. For now,
a man is not old as long as he's seeking something.
Oh, that one doesn't work for me.
God has given you one face, and you make yourself another.
Okay, I'm going to use George for now, just for the purpose of this. So what you want to do is you want to go to View, and then go down here to ID, and it copies the ID. And again, you just want to write that down somewhere. So you have two things that you've jotted down: your API key and your voice ID. And that's all we need. We're done with 11 labs now. So we'll go back to Pickaxe and we will go to Act. Act allows us to connect a secondary functional service to build things on top of the AI that we're building. So we're going to go down here to 11 labs and we're going to ignore the trigger prompt. And all we're going to do is copy and paste those two pieces of information we got from 11 labs, the API key, which is kind of like a username and password, and our voice ID. And I'm going to click connect. And that's it, we're done. So we go back to the prompt field. There is one more piece of information that we need now that we've hooked in the voice component. We're going to go down to prompt injection. And we're going to paste this in. It just says, after generating the response, I'm going to change that to exercise. Always convert it to audio using the 11 Labs API and present the user with an audio play button. So the reason we need a prompt injection, which is kind of a reminder or a high priority instruction, is sometimes when using these AI LLM prompts up here, it can sometimes forget to carry out the audio conversion. So I have found that just putting this injection in means that it's more reliable in terms of turning your exercise into audio. So with that, now that we've connected 11 labs through here, and that's all set up and working, you can see it's turned on. And we've given it the high priority instruction or the prompt injection. The next time that we trigger this, it should generate text, but also an audio lesson for your toy. So let's give that a go now. Takes a little bit of time just to send the instructions through Pickaxe to 11 Labs and back through Pickaxe. So here we go.
Hello, James. Let's play a counting game with some friendly animals. Can you help me count how many bunnies are hopping in the garden? Look around, and for each bunny you see, add one more to your count. When you've counted all the bunnies, tell me the number. Ready to hop into counting? It's going to be so much fun, and you'll be a great counting helper.
Okay, so we've learned something here about how we need to set up our prompts. So it all worked, which is the great news. But we may need to provide additional instructions later to make sure that the exercises or the activities are a bit more realistic, maybe. Like maybe we need to provide some instructional settings around, make sure these are achievable indoors or with everyday objects. So I don't know about you, but I definitely don't have a garden, and there are definitely not bunnies running around that I can go and count. So, but the important thing is this has worked. So in a relatively short amount of time, we have created our first activity. We have had it correctly generate text instructions, and then we've connected it to 11 labs to have voice output. So we've done loads of work here. And in the next video or coming up, what we'll do is we will create 2 or 3 more so that we have different voice activities coming out for different subjects. And we will create our studio so it all begins to come together into an interface. So yeah, I think that's everything for this video. One thing I will show you though is we did one test there. And before, at the beginning of this video, we had 10,000 credits. By testing that one audio session, which was about 20 seconds, you can see that we've taken our credits down. So for the purpose of this, just make sure that you're not running your free balance down too much, just so we can get everything working, and then you can decide how you want to kind of upgrade your account once your toy is fully working. Great, so I'll stop that there and we'll connect on the next video.